The music also needs to be reinvented, making it presentable for the world to hear. I was born in a place called Sikkim, on the border between Tibet and India. And then I grew up in a very small town called Dharamshala, India, where 14th Dalai Lama resides, and I grew up with his blessings and his presence. There's a lot of struggle going on, extinction, of our culture inside Tibet, and our elders have really trusted a lot on us of carrying the traditional music and folk music.
My parents worked for UNICEF, so as a result, I'm born in India, and then we went to Bhutan, then through East Africa. I'm very comfortable moving from culture to culture, so musically, it's the same thing for me. The band formed in a fairly nebulous way. I got the job to be music director stroke composer for a film called Dalai Lama Renaissance. I knew I needed to collaborate with a Tibetan artist. Techung La is deeply trained and a real repository for Tibetan folk music and culture. We just hit it off. That was like 9 years ago or something. We met Rinzing La in New York City. We were going to do a show. It was just an instant melding.
I was born in India, Darjeeling, although I'm a Tibetan, but my influence is mostly from the Nepalese. I loved classical music, but I grew up in the 70s. Rock is in my blood, your rock is always there.
And so we've been zooming out from the purely folk Tibetan culture and trying to bring in our other cultures. So we all collaborated on this album over a long period of time. When we were touring on the road, we'd be in a rehearsal space and come up with ideas. It's been a really organic process, no planning. It's just sort of come together.
You're going to see a lot of variation on the music in this album. We always had that in our band because of our diversity. But on this particular album, you're going to see that pattern right away.
This is a family operation here. Without the folks who support us, we couldn't do anything.
We don't have that superstar kind of names too much, we all want to support. It's a small community and small venture. So most of the time when we do tours, we don't make too much money, but we do get a lot of love and care.
Families will, sleep on the couch and give us their beds. It's amazing, and it is part of Tibetan culture, but I think we have something to offer folks. If you're Tibetan, then it's hard times, right? Your nation has been taken over, you're under brutal treatment. Who's out there advocating for that? Maybe we're not a huge famous group, but we are out there doing that.
We feel like we need to do it, but we are hesitant and we are not so comfortable sometimes, but we feel like we need to do it.
It's almost like it's like-minded people who then want to take care of us so that we can do that. People from all over the world, all walks of life, all religions. It's humbling.
We are doing this for our fans, representing a voice of the voiceless, keeping traditions alive, and making a voice for ourselves.